Hey there, fellas. Let's get right down to business. So we've got yet another experiment in store for you. A while back we did a video where I stuck some bandages onto a tire and drove around. It actually worked. Just like when we stuck bandages to our shoes in school to make them less slippery. Anyway, today we're doing something very similar, but completely different. So here's the thing. We've bought ourselves this here tire mounting machine. It's not quite where we want it, but we did plug it in and try it out. We've also got a ton of old and worn out rubber lying around, which there is no point in hanging on to. It's basically garbage, so we've picked ourselves a couple of 15-inch tires. And these here are 13s from Alata. And here's where I'm going with this. In order for a car to tread more confidently on snow and rough terrain in general, some people install tire chains, or sometimes boots. And those things do usually tend to work. Anyway, here's what I'm looking to do with these old tires. I'll be cutting out segments horizontally, and after that I take the old hacked up tire and attach it to another old tire. After that we go for a drive, while we still have plenty of snow, and see what comes out of all of this. Alright, time for us to go have some fun. Shovel some snow, push some cars, and just have a good time. Let's do this. Mounting 2 tires onto one rim. Originally uploaded to the Mean Garage 54 YouTube channel in March 2019. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. So here's what we're looking at, fellas. This is pretty much what we were looking to achieve. The only problem being that we slightly missed the mark in terms of tire size. You can plainly see that they fit a bit too freely, although it should seat itself a bit while rotating, and stay put without spinning. Anyway, we'll find out soon enough whether I'm right. A lot of you guys ask where we get so many crazy ideas. So while we were putting all of this together, a thought occurred to us. Have a look at the thickness on this one. We have one tire and a second tire. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? So we're looking into taking another oversized tire, stretching it onto the wheel. As for the point of this whole exercise, well, if you were to drive over a nail, one tire would get easily punctured. But if we have 2 tires, well, I think that nail can go take a hike. It's definitely not going through a pair of tires. Okay, so here we've installed a sort of normal road tire. Over here I have a piece of plywood. Check it out. I should say that these screws are sticking out by about maybe 2 inches. This one is a bit shorter, of course, but regardless, now we just place all of this like so, right underneath the tire, and drive right over it. Okay, let's go. Take it easy. Okay, that was interesting. I told you that they'd break off. Yeah, the screws are stuck in the tire now. This one did actually puncture the tire. And now we move on to the armored wheel. I mean, it even looks more beefy. For example, if you were to look at it from this angle, it kind of seems as if we're running a split-welded rim or something along those lines. It does look pretty rad, albeit we are more interested in how it works rather than how it looks. Go ahead, man. Okay, so the plywood attached itself to the wheel. Back up, dude. That's enough, stop. Oh wow, they have lodged themselves in there. Get over here. Check it out. Should I switch the car off? Sure. Now there's the matter of pulling it off. This time they didn't even break, but they did bend over. They've bent for some reason. They are tempered, so they shouldn't do that. Okay, so with the 2 tires, That time we clearly saw that the tire was punctured, with the water coming out and everything, but here we can't actually make out whether they're punctured, although it doesn't seem like there's any air coming out. So right now we're gonna check the pressure, wait a bit, and check it again. If the tire pressure stays the same, that means we're good. 45, almost 46 psi. Okay, now we wait 10 minutes and check again. So after waiting about 25 minutes, let's see what's up. Tire pressure hasn't changed a bit. We're looking at about 46 psi, meaning that the tire is okay. We can safely assume that this actually works. But the thing is that we were just being silly, as we usually do around here. Anyway, we've established that a thick tire is a good safeguard against punctures. Now I think it's time for us to head out and test what we've made here. I mean these wheels, which should increase our off-road capabilities. We couldn't actually come to any agreement on whether the second layer will slip or not, but we'll find that out as soon as we get outside. Thankfully, there's still plenty of snow lying around. What was that? Okay, right. This is exactly what I was worried about. The tires are spinning inside of the second layer. Driving around on snow. Okay. I should try maybe climbing onto something. Something's happening! Looks like we have some slippage. Or maybe it's just me? Nope. It does actually appear as if they're slipping. That's it. It's just getting worse and worse. Looks like a bit of snow is packed in between the main tire and, Wait a minute. I think something might be happening. I'm curious to see... Oh, right, of course. Looks like I'm stuck. Come on, let's keep going. Come on now. It made it. I say we take a look at what's going on. I can actually feel the grip from these hacked up tires. And we are talking some serious grip here. But the fact that we screwed up the tire sizes, meaning that the second layer is a bit loose, led to some slipping of the inside wheel. So the gap filled up with snow and water, which obviously made the rubber slippery, which in turn leads to wheel spin. So here's what we need to do. As usual, the answer is always self-tapping screws. So here's what we're looking at. This was a pretty simple fix. Although the ridges do have a bulge to them now. We did attach the second tire by the sidewall, making it squeeze, and check out the bulge on that thing. They look just like the ridges on all-terrain tires. Anyway, so even when the inner tire did start to slip, I still felt that it had quite a bit of grip. This appears to work even better than tire chains, boots, and all of that other stuff that people tend to attach to their tires to get moving in places where the going gets tough. Right, let's try this out. I might even actually keep them around. Okay, so we've mounted the wheels. We are looking good. Let's see what comes out of this. It's moving. Even through the deep snow. Awesome. This is nice. Let me just flip around. Did the inner tire go flat or something? Yep, there's no air in there. we have a flat tire. Alright guys, so here's the situation. Tires and self-tappers obviously don't go that well together. One of those screws apparently punctured both tires. Regardless, these do tread quite nicely. The car seems very confident going through the snow, I'm telling you. But unfortunately, the tires did go flat. That said, this is still a pretty neat idea. Although you should carefully choose your tire size, given that if you go too small, you are going to get wheel spin. The key thing here is to have them sit firmly up against each other, to keep the inner layer from spinning. That's going to give you some grip and some serious off-road capability. And here's the other thing. When you enter a town with a paved road, you're not allowed to drive around with tire chains, which isn't the case with this sort of tire. Nobody's going to give you a hard time about using one of these. Since there is no metal in there, you're not going to be damaging the road surface, asphalt or otherwise, so keep this one in mind. I'm definitely going to make a few of these for my friends, so that they can use them for some off-roading. Alright guys, I think this went okay. Watch our videos, subscribe, leave some comments and suggestions, give us a thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.